We'll let you know what happens. Next tonight, many thousands of scam mailings are sent to the UK homes every day. These bogus competition wins are some of the most common.
Yeah, now most scams like this come from overseas. So who helps get them to your letterbox? And would they be happy to do the same with the most ludicrous scam we could think of?
I've been told for years that I'm winning, and I'd spent 5,000 before I knew it was a trick. And I thought, if I hang on, perhaps I'll get something back.
Like thousands of others, 91-year-old Phyllis Moon is being scammed. She's received letters telling her she's won a prize. She hasn't.
But I must say, I would like to get this 10,500. It would be very pleasant, wouldn't it?
Phyllis has been targeted by fake lotteries, miracle health cures and bogus psychics.
It's taken Phyllis many years and a lot of money to discover that all those promises were scams. Different scams with different names from different companies, but all with one thing in common. They use the same address.
Here, Unit 9, Trident Way, Southall in West London. On paper, this is an impressive spot. Supposedly, you'll find here a herbal institute, a cosmetic centre, even a resident psychic. It's none of these things. It's an address scamsters use to hide behind. And a very profitable business for a company called Spring Global Mail Limited. They act as a mailing service, handling leaflets and brochures for foreign companies who want to target people like Phyllis. Some of them are clearly scams. We've exposed them time and time again. But that hasn't stopped Spring handling their leaflets. In fact, they don't think they're doing anything wrong at all. They're just making it easy for any old foreign company to fool us into thinking they're based here. And this is one of Spring's main selling points to foreign companies. Use their Trident Way address and UK residents will be none the wiser about where the company is really from. That's why every week people who've been conned turn up at Spring, desperate for answers. If you do turn up here, don't expect too much customer service. Look at this. Spring regrets the staff at these premises are not equipped to deal with complaints. And Spring say they're not responsible for the content of the leaflets because it's impossible to check the millions of mailings. When thousands of people are being deceived, this just isn't good enough. Phyllis's son Terry is angry that Spring keeps sending her leaflets offering false promises.
They are perpetually offering people things which they have no intention of giving them. An elderly lady should be enjoying the later years of her life. She is being tormented by promises of wealth which she is never going to receive.
Spring bring the scam mail into the UK, but it's the Royal Mail who deliver it to your door. Royal Mail, they don't just do the deliveries, they actually make money from the junk that Spring sends out. How? Royal Mail has a 25% stake in the company. That's how. Terry was astonished when we told him that.
I'm appalled. Frankly, I'm appalled. And to find that it's owned by the Royal Mail, it appalls me.
How do you think your mother would feel about it?
At 91 years of age, I'm not really sure that I ought to be telling her that, to be perfectly honest. I think that it would be too much of a shock for her.
But nothing seems too much of a shock for Spring. Even though the Advertising Standards Authority has investigated 8 of their clients, one of whom was also prosecuted by the Office of Fair Trading, Spring still maintain the scams are not its problem.
We find it frustrating that Spring are waiting for the Office of Fair Trading on every occasion to tell them that it's a scam mailing. It's very obvious, it's deceptive or fraudulent or misleading. Royal Mail is a major shareholder in Spring and we want them and Spring to come with us, sit down and try and sort out this problem so that scams don't reach consumers.
And even the UK junk mail industry thinks Spring should get their house in order.
Spring are distributing material that they know is illegal, that has the sole purpose of defrauding innocent members of the public, and they are to be roundly condemned for this.
It's too late for Phyllis. Her thousands of pounds are long gone.
Well, I thought somebody's going to be a bit lucky. But I didn't realise nobody was going to be lucky at all.
So perhaps it's time to ask Spring what they will and won't send through the post. And like the companies they do mail shots for, you won't find their HQ in Southall. Welcome to Amsterdam.
When it's spring again,
The home of Spring's head office. Armed with a fake mail shot for a ridiculous scam, we've arranged a meeting with one of their managers. We pose as a Spanish company, hoping to target the UK with a miracle slimming aid. Lose choco weight. Our chocolate buttons don't exist, but we've got a leaflet saying they do. And the man behind our slimming miracle? Dr. Campbell. It's obviously a scam, but will Spring agree to send our rip-off leaflet to the UK?
This is Spring's headquarters, and this is our leaflet, and this is the brains behind our chocolate buttons. Let's do business.
Spring delivers 500 million leaflets a year. Their business is worth £85 million. Will he bite on our chocolate buttons?
Yeah, it looks good.
He doesn't seem at all bothered that it's total rubbish. Spring would be happy to send it anyway.
You can send whatever you want via us.
Yeah, anything.
No problem.
You're not concerned about what we send at all?
Absolutely not.
He's keen to set us up with a UK address and arrange printing. But although he advises us to get our leaflet checked with the Advertising Standards Authority, he'll still send it if we don't.
Then I will say to you, Mark, is that the right thing to do like this? Because I expect problems. And then you can say to me, Hans, get lost. I'm simply gonna send it. Okay.
Do you get problems very often?
It happens. It happens.
We asked about the scams they sent to the UK. He didn't seem too concerned about whether the leaflets they deliver are even true.
A lot of things that come through the mail are scams. Do you have a quality control or?
No, we don't.
Okay.
So you're not bothered that they could be?
No.
He tells us Spring gets 18 pence for every leaflet sent out. They'd have done rather well out of our lose choco weight scam. And the Royal Mail would have done pretty nicely too.
There's only one loser in all this, and that's you, if you believed our chocolate buttons would make you any slimmer, and if you've fallen for any of the millions of scam-ridden leaflets which come via Spring in Amsterdam.
We thought Spring would obviously want to come in. I rang them myself this afternoon to ask, but unfortunately, no joy. Okay.